Hello YouTube friends and welcome. Today I have for you a hobby related video, and this will be in the hobby tips and tricks series, and mainly I will focus to explain or teach you how to make your own wet palette, and this is to the add to the previous videos about the wet palette products. So firstly, what do you need? You need some kind of container which is which has a lid and can be sealed, like with this one. It has a nice rubber ring, or any kind of Tupperware you have. So firstly, you need to have your container. Okay, it's very important. When you are happy with the shape, if you have a square one, it is much better, but if you don't, you can use this. You can find all around your house different kinds of Tupperwares and containers. So just ask your parents if you live with them. If not, you have probably some kind of food storage boxes. You can use them, like this one. I think it was around €1. So just if you are on budget and want to make your wet palette cheap, then this is way to go. Get your container. The second most important thing is get some napkins. You can use all different kinds of napkins, like tissue papers for your nose, napkins for food storage and preparation, and also these large like napkins for cleaning. They only need to be paper, because I will tell you why. When I started on experimenting with wet pellets, I did try out probably 3 or 4 different mediums for the water to be kept inside the pellet. And I did try different kinds of sponges, all kinds of those cloths that held water inside. But the problem was with those kind of sponges that they will try to keep the water inside and not on the surface. I don't know why. The moisture did not translate well to the paper, and that was the problem. That I got a little bit more time when the color did dry out, but it was not what I wanted. So do not bother with these sponges. Just get yourself a regular cellulose or napkins. Okay, so put the napkin as much as you can from the corner to corner inside your tray. Then the next most important part of the wet pellet is deionized or technical or demineralized water. So what this does, do not use tap water, because tap water basically has salts and minerals to be good and healthy for you, and it can degrade and change the chemical composition of the color, firstly. And secondly, if you are like me and want to store your wet palette for days to work with the same colors, then you have a problem, because if you have a wet surface and minerals and different kinds of salts inside, it will create mold. And mold is really bad, not only for your miniatures and for your paint job, but also for you in general. So if you are working with the pellet, you will probably have it near you, and you can inhale the gases that are created, and you don't need that. Okay, so just get yourself these technical waters. You can get these in different kinds of shop with paints, with auto parts, somebody using it for your ironing, for your iron. So definitely the best water I can recommend to building a wet pellet is the distilled water. Okay, so then just take your water, put it inside your tray, and as I am showing you how to make the wet pellet, I would like to also prove my concept. If you are using the distilled water, you will have no mold. I did prepare this wet pellet for use maybe a month ago, and then not use it because I had no time to paint, and it just standed there and did a little bit time after time it did dry out, but no mold there. Okay, so use a little bit more. So the point is that the paper is nicely saturated and moist. Then we are going the next part. You will need a baking paper sheet. So this is from Tesco, but that is not important. They are all over the country, in every country, in every shop where you can buy food. You will probably also have the options to buy some kind of baking paper. Just keep in mind, very important thing, there are more variants of the baking paper. So firstly, when you are considering buying a baking paper, then you need to buy one that has no additional film on the top, because you can buy parchment paper, which is also known in some countries, and some parchment paper will have a special kind of treatment. So it is oily, a little bit oil, not so much oily, but it is more like fatty. So for special cooking applications, I don't know for what reasons, but you have that kind of paper, and that paper will be displayed as brown. So you have brown and you have this kind of white or creamy, white creamy. So obviously they will show you some kind of picture on the, but keep that in mind that you need to buy one that is white. This one is non-stick, probably they all are, but it is better if it is non-stick, because it can have some kind of applications of anti how to say it properly, if you don't want to burn your food, so you will have some kind of application of that stuff on it. But I did try this out, and even if it says non-stick, this does work. So just go with the white paper, cut it to form, and apply it to the wet pellet. And the most important thing now is that you need to keep it soaked in. Maybe apply a little bit more, and don't be afraid to put water on the paper. You need to soak the paper also, and then when it's nicely soaked, then just take it out and flip it. And I did done this maybe 5 to 8 times in between pauses, of course. And what this does it will nicely wet the paper. And when then you need to stretch it out. Mostly to have a flat surface. And if you have excess water, then just drain it out or use another napkin to get rid of it. So now if you have the wet palette ready, then just close it, and you can keep it in the refrigerator, because the ambient moisture in the refrigerator will stop the water to evaporate. But also you can keep it on your desk, and then if you need, you can start to paint. So just keep a fair distance between the colors, because the homemade wet palette will give you extra wet surface. So you need less water to dilute your colors. Okay, if you are making this wet palette with these ingredients or these materials, then you will get, let's say, a satisfactory working wet palette. But then of course you can go an extra mile and buy yourself a specifically designed for miniature painting product, and that is the Everlast wet palette. I have done an unboxing of this product, so you can watch it if you like. What this is just your airtight container with a specially designed hydration foam, so you have no napkins, and it should be anti-mold. So basically you could use water, but I do not recommend it. Just stick with the technical water or deionized or distilled water. And they will also give you a special kind of paper. So this is the paper for acrylic paint only. Okay, let's see and compare them. Okay, so this is the Everlast paper, and they specify on the box that you are putting it on the foam, and do not put water on the top. So this should be designed to, in my opinion, to use the water and the sponge or the foam only in one direction. Okay. And full disclaimer, I have not yet used this one. But I will, and then I will also try to, if I have enough experience with that product, I will try to make another video and share with you the experience. But as of the time of making this video, this method is satisfactory. So it depends on you if you would like to experiment. Maybe if you are on a budget, then by all means try to make yourself a wet palette, try out different kind of baking papers and see which result you will get. and it should help you to be more efficient, to save paint, because the wet palette is also important in that financial or economical aspect, that you will save money by using less paint more efficiently. It will not dry out on you while painting, so you can use it for a longer time. And also, if you are into painting, then you can also use some different more advanced blending, wet blending techniques, in which you are combining colors and create a gradient, so in between color. Okay, so if you have any questions, leave comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.